Hi there, it's Penguin, back again with another video. Today I'm going to run through what I consider to be the 5 best Daedric artifacts in Skyrim. There's a dissonance between what I believe to be the best and those that are my favourite, since some, whilst being extraordinarily fun, are not the most useful, the Wabberjack being a case in point. So that's just something to bear in mind before we start. So without further ado, the first Daedric artifact I'm going to talk about is the Ebonymail. This piece of heavy armour can be obtained from the former champion of Boethia upon completing the quest Boethia's Calling. It has an impressive base damage of 45, with the added benefit of muffling your movement and dealing 5 points of poison damage to nearby enemies. What makes the Ebonymail such a useful artifact is its versatility, as it's useful for stealth and more overt combat alike, despite being a heavy armour piece. The activation of the poison enchantment can also warn you of nearby enemies, which can be useful if you blunder into an area without staking it out first. The second artifact I'm going to talk about is the Black Star. You can obtain this item by giving Azura's newly cleansed star to Nullicar at the conclusion of the Black Star quest. The Black Star is capable of storing both white souls, those of animals, and black souls, those of humanoid beings. This gives it a significant advantage over Azura's star, which can only store white souls, and thus, with the Black Star you will be more readily able to harvest souls in the midst of combat. The third Daedric artifact on my list is Volunteerin, a two-handed warhammer received upon the completion of the Cursed Tribe quest. Its spectacularly high base damage and fast swing speed makes it far and away the best two-handed weapon in the early and mid-game, and 50 points of stamina absorption allows you to keep power attacking more than your stamina pool would typically allow, thus being particularly useful for your typical two-handed warrior tank. Our fourth Daedric artifact is Sanguine Rose. Now this can be obtained from the Daedric Prince himself in what is probably my favourite Daedric quest, A Night to Remember. The staff summons a level Jamora from Oblivion to fight for the staff's wielder for 60 seconds. This can be very useful for all styles of play, as mages, assassins and other low health playstyles would require an extra sword between them and danger if things go south. And the fact that the rose itself isn't used in CQC means that it can be swapped out for another implement of choice. So the fifth and final artifact that I'm going to talk about is the Mace of Molag Bal, and this can be found upon completing the House of Horrors quest in Markarth. This mace boasts a base damage of 16, with an additional 25 points of damage to both magicka and stamina. On top of this, if your adversary dies within 3 seconds of the attack initiating, you take their soul, essentially. This, as you can imagine, is very complementary with the Black Star, being a massive soul gem, essentially, and is also, alongside the Black Star, very good at levelling enchanting. So it has a high base damage, it's good for a soul gem, and pairs particularly well with the Black Star, and hence is an incredibly powerful contender for this list. The one slight downside is it's so huge that often it can obscure the vision to either your right or your left of your screen, which again is a problem because most people, I would say, do CQC in first person. But besides that, it is a very good weapon and definitely a worthy spot for number 5 on my list. So anyway, that's all I have for today. I just thought I'd give you my 2 pennies worth on what I thought were the 5 best Daedric artifacts. Write down in the comments below if you disagree with me, because let's be honest, it's likely that a lot of you do. This is very subjective. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you again soon with another video.